Hey gamers, welcome to AndroGaming. Your one-stop destination for the best smartphone games out there. Survival games challenge the players to survive as long as they can. If you are one of those players who love playing survival games and looking for the best one, then we have got you covered. In such a popular genre, which games provide the best survival experiences? So, today, we have listed the top best survival Android and iOS games of 2019. Thanks to your love and support, your favorite channel is now expanding. And I'm sure you'll keep loving us like you always do. As always, game links are down below in the description. So make sure you check all of them out. Without further ado, let's get started. Starting off at number 10 we have Fury Survival. Pixel Z. Fury Survivor Pixel Z is an action and survival game with hints of role-playing, where you play a survivor of a zombie apocalypse. Your objective is to find all the survivors you can and of course, defeat all the zombies you come across. The setting in Fury Survivor Pixel Z is enormous, with dozens of different connected locations to explore. Along the way, you can also pick up tons of objects of all different sorts and fight against hundreds of zombies, including zombie dogs, zombie cockroaches, and other even weirder mutations. It is an excellent action and survival game that has outstanding pixelated graphics and an enormous amount of content. Tons of missions, different types of zombies, weapons to unlock, locations, and so much more. Moving on to number 9 we have Block Fortress. Empires. Block Fortress Empires is a 3D strategy and action-based game that looks a lot like other games such as Minecraft. The game includes a bunch of alternatives and challenges you to build an unwavering tower while you attack your enemies. You'll explore Blockverse, a universe made out of blocks. Here, you'll have to choose a planet as your future base of operations, and there are different environments to choose from. From Earth to Arctics, some that are filled with vegetation, some arid ones, etc. Once you've chosen your planet, it's time to conquer it and use it as your base of operations. You can defend your planet using more than 200 different blocks which include robots, towers, traps, etc. There's a wide range of defense elements that you have to place, as well as objects that can help you or limit you, such as zip wires, statues, all kinds of decoration, and more. Coming in at number 8 we have Zero City. Zombie Shelter Survival. Zero City Zombie Shelter Survival is a base building and zombie combat game in the style of the popular Fallout Shelter and Hustle Castle games. Develop and upgrade your shelter and complete combat missions to earn large rewards. Take command of one of the last shelters in the new world. Bring the survivors together and lead them, train people, and assign duties. There's always a job for everyone. Build and strengthen your base and make it impregnable. Lead your squad through all the trials of the new world and survive using the whole arsenal available. There are hundreds of battles with hordes of zombies and mutant fanatics ahead of your brave fighters. Next up at number 7 we have Last Day Rules. Survival. Last Day Rules Survival is a survival sandbox game on mobile platform. The objective of the game is to survive in the wilderness using gathered or stolen materials. Players must successfully manage their hunger, thirst, and health, or risk dying. Despite the looming threat of dangerous wildlife, the primary menace is other players due to the game being solely multiplayer. Combat is accomplished through firearms and handmade weapons. These can be defeated with persistence. The game features crafting, which was fundamentally modified throughout development, which is initially limited until the discovery of specific items in the game's open world. Moving on to number 6 we have Dawn of Zombies. Survival After the Last War. Dawn of Zombies Survival After the Last War is a third-person RPG that's clearly inspired by the incredible game, Last Day on Earth. This time, you get to control one of the few survivors of a zombie apocalypse. To start out your adventure, you'll be pretty much on your own, but you'll find your way little by little. You can explore a bunch of different areas of the world. In fact, you'll have to play in different locations and interact with other characters in order to make sure the story of the game continues and you can figure out what happened. Moving on to number 5 we have Just Survive. Just Survive is an action survival game shot in first person, where players control a castaway lost on a seemingly deserted island. Each day is a struggle, but surviving for even a second longer is a tiny victory. Starting out on the island is no simple task. All you get are a couple of very rudimentary tools from the get-go. But, as you advance little by little, you can access an enormous arsenal with bows, arrows, hunting rifles, shotguns and much more. If you face off against a boar or aggressive mutant, you'll need to use an axe made out of rocks, which is obviously a needless risk. But if you're lucky, you'll get to use a shotgun, which is clearly more efficient. Next up at number 4 we have Ocean is Home. Survival Island. Ocean is Home is a great survival game in which you will help your protagonist to survive in an uninhabited island. The plot of the game unfolds right after your plane crashed and only you survived. Get food, build shelters, scare away wild animals, and look for supplies left after the crash. The game has good 3D graphics and very simple controls. Join other players from around the world and try to live up to the morning. Due to the map is very large, so each island has a car, it helps you to move faster. Boat is used to move at the coast and between islands, and especially teleport can be used to move quickly between permanent position in the islands. Coming in at number 3 we have Dawn of Isles. Dawn of Isles is a 3D MMORPG set in a fantasy world similar to some parts of The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. In this game, you explore enormous scenarios however you want, interacting with hundreds of characters, collecting tons of resources, and fighting against all kinds of monsters in real time. Gameplay in Dawn of Isles is simple and well adapted to touchscreens. In the first half hour of the game, more or less, you'll get used to the gameplay and get to know the world of Dawn of Isles. After a very important event, however, you can start traveling between the world's different islands, and that's where the adventure begins. From then on, you can also interact with other players and ask for help completing especially difficult missions. Next up at number 2 we have Life After. A blizzard of devastating virus beleaguered the world, bringing about the catastrophic disintegration of orders and covenants. When the night falls, the world turned into a living hell, swarming with infecteds. When you finally caught a break and discovered a place to rest your sore feet, you found yourself exhausted, famished, low on ammo and plagued by the coldness of night. You can hear the growling of infecteds approaching, and you know it's going to be another night of angst and horror. How much longer can you survive? There's so much to do in the dead world, and everything's wrapped up in the amazing customizable graphics of the game. In Life After, you can create all kinds of useful tools by picking up different materials including rocks, metals, and pieces of wood. You can also build much larger structures like doors, windows, walls, flooring, tables and much more. Finally at number 1 we have Rusty Memory Survival. Rusty Memory Survival is a survival game where you play a shipwreck survivor who wakes up on a shore of a small island. But he's not alone. At his side is a tablet from which a mysterious person talks to him. It is a fun survival game with quite good graphics where you can explore a mysterious island full of secrets. Crafting is a very important part of Rusty Memory Survival. With the stones, sticks, and plants you collect, you can build all sorts of tools and other useful objects, like bonfires, work tables, axes, bows, and knives. The bonfires let you heat food, the bows help you hunt, etc. So, that's it guys. If you found this video interesting, then leave it a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this one. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.